Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Sauce. It's the backup channel backing Celeb up and bringing you all the breaking news. Check it out. I gotta tell you a story about the big football game that took place the other night. However, I cannot explicitly say the name of the big football game because the football league that we're talking about has copywritten that name. So I gotta figure out a way to do it. I think I'm gonna call it the Soupy Bowl. So bear with me as I try to talk about the big game without infringing on their copyright. As you know, Rihanna did her thing the other night when she did the halftime show at the Soupy Bowl. Well, now it appears that the FCC has received over 100 complaints which said that Rihanna's performance was too pornographic. According to reports, people who made the complaints felt that Rihanna's lyrics and the choreography were way too sexual for primetime TV. One person even tried to compare Rihanna's performance to Sam Smith and Petra's devil-worshipping performance at the Grammys, and they said, quote, "I don't care what someone worships, but children shouldn't be exposed to pornography, and as an adult, I don't wish to see it. Where has the decency gone? How about respect for others and self?" End quote. Another person said, quote, "This year, the halftime show was so indecent that I had to turn off the TV because of the pornographic content." End quote. Listen, my question is, were we all watching the same game? Because what I saw was a chick in a big red bubble goose who was barely dancing, who was singing the hits, and nothing about that performance was pornographic to me. I mean, your girl Rihanna didn't even go into a full butterfly. I mean, she might have tried to do like a half a butterfly, but she didn't even do a full butterfly. So as far as I'm concerned, that was a very clean performance. And as a matter of fact, I've seen more inappropriate stuff when I was watching SpongeBob SquarePants. But you know what I think? I think a lot of white people sexualize the black body. I mean, if you think back to slavery, right? If you remember the Hottentot Venus, aka Sarah Bartman, when they saw her and they saw her behind, the white people were so amazed that they kidnapped her and put her in a circus, and they would come pay money to just look at her behind. And then after that, when Sarah Bartman died, instead of being respectful and burying her body, the white people took her body and they put it in a museum so that other white people could come buy tickets so they could come stare at her booty too. Now listen, this is not an opinion, this is a historical fact. Throughout history, many white people have had an uncomfortable relationship with the black body, which means that sometimes they hate it, sometimes they envy it, and sometimes they love it too, which is why you see all of these white girls running around with the big full lips and the BBLs, because they want what we always had. And the same features that they mocked us for having back in the days, now they will pay any price to get it. But you know what? Let me take it back to what we were talking about in the beginning. Do you guys think that Rihanna's halftime show was basically primetime pornography? And if you don't, why do you think that some people saw it that way? Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, check it out. The other day I did a story about Tariq Nasheed saying that Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans ain't have nothing to do with the creation of hip-hop. And a lot of people came in the comments because they disagreed with the fact that I said Tariq was wrong. And one person even said, quote, "Ask Kool Herc who started/created hip-hop. Try to tell him PRs and Jamaicans had a hand in that. Stop trying to snatch flowers out of his bouquet. Y'all ain't colonizing hip-hop. Wasn't rock and roll enough?" End quote. You guys do know that DJ Kool Herc immigrated to America from Jamaica. He was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Listen, I just don't even know what to say anymore. But since we're talking about people giving other people credit, a while back we reported to you that Ice-T said that Jay-Z's version of 99 Problems originally came from his song, and he was slightly perturbed that Jay-Z ain't give him no credit. I mean, Ice wasn't looking for like formal credits on the album cover, but he did say that a little bit of acknowledgement would have went a long way. Ice-T said, quote, "Why has Jay-Z never said this is a Ice-T song? Show me some love." End quote. Well, now your boy Ice-T has revealed that during the Grammys, your boy Jay-Z pulled him up behind the scenes, and he was like, "Look, Ice, I heard all that stuff you was saying online, and I think we need to address that." Ice-T said, quote, I'm at the Grammys and Jay-Z comes up to me. He says, Ice, you know I love you, right? I said, yeah. He says, well, it's on the internet that you mad. I said, I'm not mad. They're bringing up all kinds of interviews about it. And they asked me the story. And I told them the true story. End quote. Ice-T went on to say that Jay-Z asked him if he was salty. And he was like, nah, man, I ain't salty. Ice-T said, quote, but I said, yo, you know, when you did 99 Problems at the end of the record, you could have said Ice. You could have given me a little dap or something. I said, but I'm not mad at that. What had happened was people wanted to know the story. End quote. Listen, did your boy Ice-T really hit Jay-Z off with the what had happened was? I can't. But look, I'm happy that they were able to hash things out and they were able to talk it out as like grown men, because that's a good thing. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, a not so good thing is that a 19-year-old African-American woman named Nyesha Jackson and her mother went to Chick-fil-A. And when they got their food, the person who handed them the bag was like, make sure you look at your receipt. And when they looked at their receipt, Nyesha's name was crossed out and it was replaced with the N-word. After being insulted at a place where she spent her good hard-earned money, Nyesha is very upset and she is calling for the employee who did it to be fired. Nyesha has also taken legal action against the franchise. Now, in response to what happened, Chick-fil-A has issued an apology and they say that they're getting ready to open an investigation into the situation. You know something? It's really sad that in 2023, we gotta still be dealing with nonsense like this. And honestly, I actually feel very sad for the person who harbors so much hatred that instead of doing their job and just handing them their food, they had to go back there, take out a marker, scratch out her name, and then write the N-word. I mean, that's just sad. Now, check it out. Your girl Nicki Minaj is suing YouTube personality Nosy Ho, or Nosy Hoax, I don't know, for like $75,000 because Nicki says that the YouTuber called her a cokehead. Nicki also says that the YouTuber made vile comments about her 1-year-old son. You know something? If that's true, that's jacked up. Listen, YouTube is fun, but leave the kids out of it. Well, anyway, Nosy Ho or Nosy Hoax was supposed to appear in court. However, she did not appear in court. So now, Nicki Minaj is calling for the judge to make a summary judgment in her favor. Nicki Minaj's attorney said, quote, defendants have not answered or otherwise moved with respect to the complaint, and the time for them to do so has expired. End quote. Nicki Minaj's attorney also said that the original lawsuit was sent out in October 2022, but Nosy Ho didn't answer. So then they sent another one in December of 2022, and Nosy Ho didn't answer again. So now they've extended it, and they sent another one out in January of 2023, and Nosy Ho still hasn't responded. So now Nicki Minaj is tired of waiting, and she wants her money. Listen, I think it's very sad that on platforms like YouTube and other platforms, people will do anything to get to the bag. I mean, that is sad. I mean, you gotta have some scruples, people. I mean, if you don't have no factual evidence that Nicki Minaj put that white powder up her nose, then don't say that she put the coke up her nose. It's one thing to offer commentary, but it's another thing to just be making ish up. And if you're gonna come on here and say something on YouTube, listen, be a woman or a man of your word and stand on it. And if somebody sues you, you show up to court. Don't be at home hiding under your little YouTube desk, under your little screen with your little microphone. Come out and face the music. Now, check it out. The other day, a video of your boy KodakBlack playing Grand Theft Auto showed up online. And in the video, KodakBlack can be seen controlling his character, and then he points his gun at another character, and then he tells him to strip down to his drawers because he wants to see his thing. While KodakBlack is pointing the controller, aka the gun, Kodak says, quote, I don't want to see them jeans, fam. Okay, that boy butt naked. Take them boxers off. Take them boxers off, homie. Let me see how big that D is, fam. Let me see if you're a man, homie. End quote. Yo, is it just me, or is that mad strange? I don't even know what to think about that. It's like, isn't he supposed to be like heterosexual? I just don't understand how those words can just roll off your tongue if you're like a straight dude. Listen, I just don't know anymore. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think about what your boy KodakBlack just said in the comments. I mean, is it weird or is it just part of the gameplay? Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.